Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special comparison showcase, we're going to be looking at both sets of Autobot and Decepticons, small and normal Targetmasters. So I'm going to get through quite a bit in this video. We're obviously going to look at the size comparisons, which I'm sure you can see right in front of you anyway. We're then going to have a look at all the little Targetmasters that come with them. On the shelf below, which you can't see, I've got some of them in their alternate modes again, so you can see the size differences. I'll pick up the camera in a second. Again, we can have a look in much more detail. And I'm also going to show you the differences between the standard figures of Blur, Cup, Hot Rod, etc. and their Targetmasters, just in case you're not sure of which ones you've got. This idea has come from my Instagram followers, toys_rus, and of course after doing the Headmasters last week, it sort of makes perfect sense to move on to these. I've got a couple of types of packaging in the background. We can have a look at them at the end, but unfortunately none of the small Targetmasters. We're going to start on the top of the Decepticon shelf. Again, I'm going to have a look at these in a bit more detail. I'll actually pick up the Targetmasters to show you how they are slightly different, but for now I'm just going to go along the top and then name them all for you. So the larger two normal Targetmasters to start off with, we've got Trigger Happy right on the left hand side, and he's got Blowpipe. Then we're moving along and we've got Slug Slinger, and there's Caliburst. There's Quake, and again there's the size difference straight away for you to see. And Quake's Targetmasters are Tip Top and Heater. Now we've got Cyclonus and Nightstick. Sandwiched in between Cyclonus and Scourge, we've got Needle Nose, and there again it's really apparent. You can see the size difference between the two. His two Targetmasters are of course Sunbeam and Zigzag. Now Scourge, he is quite rare. He is the rarest Targetmaster. He was one that was short packed, and he's the hardest to find out of all of these. And his of course Targetmaster is, oh there we go, a fracas. Just about nearly forgot him. There is there is Spinister, and Spinister's Targetmasters are Singe and Hair Splitter. And then finally for the Decepticons, we've got Misfire and Aimless. Again, I'll be showing you the differences between the standard releases and the Targetmasters in a second. On the bottom shelf then, we've got the Autobots, and we've got Cup, and he has Recoil. We've then got Crosshairs, and he has Pinpointer. We've got Quick Mix, and that's Boomer and Ricochet. We've now got Sure Shot, and that is Spoil Sport. Is it Sure Shot? There it is. No, it's not Sure Shot. It is, of course, Point Blank and Peacemaker. Sorry, getting mixed up. And there we've got Scoop and Tracer and Hole Punch. There is Blur, and Blur is Targetmaster is, of course, Haywire. Moving over to Landfill, who has Flintlock and Silencer. There is Sure Shot and Spoil Sport, my apologies. And of course, there's Hot Rod and Firebolt. So, as you can see, we've got a few of the different Targetmasters. We'll have a look at them in a second. The size comparison in robot mode is very, very apparent. You can see straight away. If we move down to here, so we've got Misfire in alternate mode and Spinister. You can see the size differences between them two. The cool thing about the Targetmasters, again, I'll show you in a second, they can all attach to the actual vehicle modes, which is good. There is, of course, Sure Shot. Now we've got it right. And there is Quake. And you can see that the good thing about the mini Targetmasters is they can combine. And again, I'll be showing you that in a bit more detail. This one is a brilliant example of what you don't want. You can see horrendous sun fade on that. And with most Trigger Happies, these clips are broke, but it's just there to show you the difference in between the sizes. Right, if I bring this up here for a second, and if I just rest it there where you can see them all. So of course the main difference is the size of the handhole, because the handhole is what is going to be holding the Targetmaster. I've got all of the standard releases as well right by me, so we might as well start with Cyclonus. And you can see there, you've got the smaller hole there. Now with Cyclonus, you've got much larger holes in the hand, but the big giveaway is on the back. On the standard Cyclonus, there's nothing on the roof, whereas in the Targetmaster, you can see just above the Autobot, sorry, just above the rub sign, definitely not the Autobot, you can see there's a hole there to attach the Targetmaster. That's the difference between them two. We're going to move on to Scourge. Scourge, again, this is just the handhole size. So we've got standard Scourge on the left, Targetmaster Scourge on the right. So they've all gone to 5mm pegs basically, which can fit in the Targetmasters. So we're coming down to the bottom shelf. So I'm going to move around. We've got Targetmaster cup this time on the right and standard cup. Targetmaster cup on the left, standard cup on the right. And then the other difference is on the back, Targetmaster cup has got the new engineered hole. So you can attach his Targetmaster on the back. So bigger hands and an extra hole. And let's have a look at the other two as well then. So we've got hot rod. There we go. I keep mixing up which sides. I should make it easier for myself. So right hand side is Targetmaster, left hand side is standard. And then finally, Blur, who's right in the middle typically. And this time I've put Targetmaster on the left and standard on the right. And you can also see he's got the extra engineered hole there to put the Targetmasters. So let's have a look at some of the Targetmasters. So with the larger Targetmasters, there isn't really any articulation. This is Firebolt, and that's exactly that. He just folds up in half. There's the huge tab, or dowel, shall we say, which attaches inside. They just literally fold up and down. The Autobots Targetmasters were far more less likely to break than the Decepticons, because they were basically on hinges, as you can see. All of them were. Whereas the Decepticons, unfortunately, and this is probably why they're a little bit more expensive, were very, very accustomed to breaking. I'm lucky enough that this one here is still in one piece, and also they also came with extra bits, so sometimes these are missing. Let's see if I can take it off. So that attaches there. I'm not going to fold the legs up for obvious reasons, but you'd fold that up and attach on the top. There we go. These clips are pretty much always damaged on these two particular Targetmasters, so that's something to be aware of. We'll have a quick look at Aimless in a second as well and see if he's intact once he balances. There we go. Then we'll do some actual size comparisons and show you them combined. So there you go. You can pretty much see that there's some stress marks there already in that. That is something to be aware of. They do, and they well, you've probably seen on sales and listings that they break quite easily. But yeah, there's no, like the Headmasters, there's no articulation. There he goes. There's no articulation in the arms or in the legs. And there goes Misfire. Wow. I'm not having much luck, but I'm 8 minutes in, so I'm going to keep it going. What we're going to look at now is some of the little ones. So the little guys had even less. They didn't do anything. They literally just folded over like so. But the cool thing with these is you can combine them. So you can do the same with this guy, fold them over and attach them. So you've got two double weapons there if you wanted to. The best example of this would be Quake, because there you've got the two combined together on Quake. You can, of course, if you wanted to as well, fold this over very carefully, and you've got more than a dual cannon there. And then these attach as well when they're in the other mode. So there's one for Spinister. You can attach them underneath just like that. So again, there's quite a few differences which you can see. The original Targetmasters, they were all released in 1987 with the Headmasters series, and then the smaller ones, they were released the year later in 1988. They came on cards rather than in the boxes, and that's unfortunately why I haven't got any of them. I've got no mint unsealed card ones. What I'm going to show you now though, once I correct my display like that, is we'll have a look at some of the boxes. And again, some of these, well, these boxes are battered, to be honest. Let's have a look. So the other thing that's nice in here, we've got a Tesco price of £7.45, and because it was 1987, it's the year of the Headmasters, which I've said. So there is your amazing Headmaster artwork on the back of that. And of course they'll all be pretty much the same, but let's just have a look at Slugslingers, because he's that bit bigger, but it is the same artwork. And it does look stunning. So the other thing, let's just have a double check, because I'm pretty sure you can. So if we get a standard Targetmaster and a mini Targetmaster, let's have a look. You can put the mini Targetmasters into the standard Targetmasters and vice versa, because they've all got the same holes. So you can literally mix and match them all if you wanted to, which is a good little bonus, because with the Headmasters you couldn't. They just obviously all worked in with each other. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed looking at them. I hope it was educational for you. Apologise that everything fell down right in the middle, but I was committed, so I wanted to get it finished anyway. So there you go. They are the 1987, 1988 complete set of Autobot and Decepticon Targetmasters and small Targetmasters. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.